Finding out your boyfriend lied to you can be devastating. On one hand, you're angry about him being dishonest with you, and on the other, you're probably pretty upset or maybe even feeling betrayed or let down. The good news is there's usually a reason behind why your man felt the need to lie in the first place, and knowing it can help prevent further dishonesty down the road, if you can forgive him. But we'll get to that soon. Hey YouTube, Amy North here. Welcome to my channel. Seeing as you're watching this video, you've probably been in a situation where you found out your guy was lying to you, which means you know how much it sucks and how hard it can be to overcome it. Before I start talking about what you should do if you find yourself dealing with a lying boyfriend, I want to ask you something. Have you ever ended a relationship because of lying? To answer, simply click yes or no in the top right-hand corner of this video. I would love to hear from you, and participating will give me some more insight for future videos. Also, if you answered yes in the poll here, then I hope what you're about to learn can help you down the road if you find yourself faced with a dishonest partner. If you answered no, well, stay tuned because you're going to learn some tips that'll hopefully put an end to you having to face that sort of situation again. So, without further ado, what should you do if your boyfriend lies to you? Well, the first thing is to find out why he lied to you. Typically, there are 3 reasons for doing so. The first reason is to make himself look good. Meaning, if he's trying to impress you or feels like you're out of his league, then he may try to make himself seem greater than he really is. This kind of lying usually happens early on in a relationship, or if one person is feeling insecure. As innocent as it may seem, making up stories to make himself sound good or fabricating situations so you'll think he's someone he's not is still not healthy in a romantic relationship. Again, his intentions may be good, but if he's only this amazing guy and made up stories, then how great is he actually? For instance, maybe he tells you about worldly travels to sound more fascinating, or perhaps he lies and says he's up for a big promotion at work to make you think he's really ambitious or accomplished. The problem with these sort of lies is that the truth usually shines through. When it does, you'll have to decide whether or not the lies he told were too deceptive or if you can let it go. The second reason why men lie is because they're afraid of how you'll react if faced with the truth. In this kind of situation, your guy's hiding something from you because he's worried that you'll freak out, get upset, or be disappointed if he tells you the truth. Usually these lies are intended to be harmless and are told to prevent a fight. For example, lying about why he's late, saying he loves the burnt dinner you've cooked, cutting the number of beers he had with the guys in half, or saying you're the only woman he finds attractive. These are the kind of lies he's telling to be kind or to keep the peace. Sometimes it's easy to get past these lies, other times it can be tough to let them go, especially if these are ongoing and get you doubting the other things he's telling you. If you want your man to be completely honest with you, then it's important that you take a long, hard look at the way you behave and react when he does tell you things that you may not be happy hearing. For instance, do you yell and scream when he shares news you don't like? Are you quick to get defensive, or do you blow up on him? If your boyfriend is afraid of your reaction, it's likely the reason he's not always honest with you. If you do want complete transparency from him, then you need to prove to him that you can handle the truth and that he won't have to deal with the consequences of sharing it with you. Remember, men despise drama and will do whatever necessary to avoid it. If you're interested in learning some powerful methods for communicating with even the most stubborn men, then check out the free video presentation on my site at coachnorth.com. Again, the URL is www.coachnorth.com, and I'll post it in the description below as well. Now, the third reason why a man would lie to you is out of malicious self-centeredness. In most scenarios, these are the lies told when a partner is cheating or being manipulative. Meaning, if he's lying to intentionally go behind your back or do things you wouldn't otherwise approve of, then these lies are probably pretty detrimental to your relationship. When men tell this type of lie, it's usually about where they were, who they were with, and what they were doing. Not to be confused with the first 2 types of lies, the truths behind these are usually means for a breakup. As much as I hate to say it, lies do slip into relationships from time to time. When you're left to deal with one, it's important that you weigh the lie and react accordingly. For instance, if he tells you he's already on his way home from work but is still packing up at the office, you're not going to react the same as you would if he lies about watching the game with the guys but is actually on a romantic rendezvous with his sexy new coworker. Depending on the kind of guy you're with, getting to the bottom of why he lied to you can either be super easy or really hard. Meaning, if he's usually open to chatting with you about his feelings and thoughts, then you'll have a much easier time getting to explain why he felt the need to lie to you. On the other hand, if trying to get him to talk about more serious matters is like pulling teeth, then you're going to have to put in a bit more work. Just be sure that regardless of how he acts, it's crucial that you keep your cool and be patient. No amount of screaming at him, crying, or demanding an explanation is going to get you one. In fact, acting like this will probably just make him recoil further. Instead, he needs to know that he can tell you, truthfully, why he lied and that you won't rip him to shreds for doing so. Once he shares his reasons for lying, you'll need to keep your cool and hear him out. For example, if he told you he was staying late at work but really went out for happy hour with friends, then his reason for lying to you may not have intended to be malicious, but instead was to avoid an argument because in the past your jealousy issues may have turned an innocent ordeal into World War III. In this case, he may have felt that lying was easier to avoid an argument. I'm not saying this justifies his reasoning whatsoever, but rather knowing why he feels the need to lie is important for making necessary changes in your relationship. Sticking with the same example, you can make it known that it's okay for him to go out with the guys, but that you'd appreciate him being honest about his plans if he has nothing to hide. Again, depending on the lie, you'll have to decide whether or not it is something you can work through together, or if it's too heavy to get past. If you decide you can get over it, then you'll want to stress how important honesty is to you and let your man know that lying makes it tough for you to trust him. This sounds obvious, but reinforcing the importance of honesty and trust is extremely helpful for preventing further lies. You can let him know that you're hurt by his deception, but do so in a classy way. A calm, clear explanation from you is going to resonate with him so much better than name-calling, crying, or making unfair accusations, and will make it much more likely for him to be honest in the future. In the hours, days, weeks, and months that follow a lie, it's important that you give your guy the benefit of the doubt. Yes, you caught him lying to you, but holding that guilt above his head, making nasty comments, or questioning his every move isn't going to do you any favors. Instead, be honest about your feelings, and when you feel your emotions getting the best of you, take a breather. Clear your head for a moment, and before reacting, ask yourself if whatever you're going to say is necessary and if it's fair. In other words, are you justified to say what's on your mind, or is it just going to open a whole new can of worms over an incident that already happened and has been handled? Don't assume that because you caught him lying to you, he's always lying to you. Instead, give him the chance to prove to you that he's trustworthy, even if it means starting small or setting some guidelines for the two of you to follow. If you don't, your man is going to feel like he's walking on eggshells, and before you know it, your relationship will fall apart. Simply believing in your man and letting him know that you're in his corner and that you're rooting for your relationship will take you far. So pick your battles and react accordingly. Well, that's a wrap. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, then please show your support by subscribing to my channel. Once you do, be sure to click on the little bell icon below as well. When you do, it'll send you a little nudge anytime I release something new. If you have any questions for me or have topics you'd like me to tackle in a video, then please share those in the comments section below. I always love hearing from you, and I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as possible. So then, until next time, ladies, take care and good luck.